President Cyril Ramaphosa says all parties in the Government of National Unity remain committed to its success. He made the comments during his first question and answer session at the National Council of Provinces today as the leader of the GNU. Malungelo Booi reports.
President Cyril Ramaphosa spent over 3 hours responding to a litany of questions from members of the National Council of Provinces. He told MPs that he still planned to sign the Basic Education Laws Amendment Bill into law, despite the DA's warning that this could jeopardize the future of the Government of National Unity. The president remained optimistic.
A statement of intent is a really beautiful document around which 10 parties have coalesced to focus on how we take our country forward and how we can improve the economic situation in our country, how we can create jobs. And in the course of doing so, we're now developing a clear medium-term development plan. A clear medium-term development plan that is going to guide the 7th administration for the next 5 years, where we will work together as a Government of National Unity. Last night I had dinner with the various parties of the Government of National Unity, and each one of the parties that were at that dinner table all confirmed that the Government of National Unity is here to stay.
MPs then turned their attention to the growing concern around the crime of extortion. They called on him to declare the scourge a national emergency. Ramaphosa agrees that extortion has reached crisis levels. He's assured members of the government's commitment to tackle the issue head-on.
Extortion has a great economic cost, disrupting business activity, delaying and halting the construction of infrastructure, and generally raising the cost of doing business. South African Police Service is directing its response to these crimes to areas where they are most prevalent. For example, the police have established the Eastern Cape Provincial Extortion Forum, specifically to address extortion-related issues in the province. An organized crime task team has also been established to investigate all extortion cases reported in the province. A multidisciplinary approach has been adopted that includes crime intelligence and the Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation.
He's also revealed the extortion hotline in the Eastern Cape has already fielded over 1,300 calls, and that plans are afoot for a national extortion line. The EFF took issue with Ramaphosa on the country's ravaging poverty and unemployment crisis.
Mr. President, there were lesser people living in poverty before you became president. There were lesser people unemployed, lesser violence against women and children, lesser murders, lesser femicide. Millions of our children under your presidency experience multidimensional poverty, whether deprived of healthcare, housing, nutrition, information, water, and sanitation. These harrowing statistics have never dropped since you became president. Instead, they continue to rise under your presidency. Poverty has worsened in South Africa since you became president of South Africa. Whose poverty are you referring to be prioritizing since 2018, when it's not reflected statistically?
I've listened to the honorable member a few times, and one thing that she's really good at is having a statistically driven mind. She's very good in regurgitating statistics, and with the greatest of respect, I should say some of the statistics that you put forward are a bit skew and flawed.
Ramaphosa did, however, emphasize that the government has put in place several initiatives to assist the unemployed, while billions of rands are being set aside each year to help the country's indigent.
Almost 76 billion has been allocated for the year 2024 to 2025 to assist indigent families in our country, thus reducing the cost of living. And It will help to support 11.2 million indigent households that need the support. So through this, we are enhancing the whole process of assisting our people. And according to Stats SA, only 2.7 million indigent households have had access to free basic services such as water and electricity.
Finally, the president also defended the government's determination to roll out the national health insurance, which he signed into law just days before the 29th of May elections. He says the NHI is crucial for the country's efforts to improve access to healthcare for all. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Malungelo Booi in Parliament.